money go. You don't slap, that's facts. If the money low, I'm a ground man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limbo. She said she not a... She ain't...
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic.
In your face.
Hey. Check. Fresno.
Hands up. So Dalton now. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw over the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it.
So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 21. Go.
They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by Tarvarius Moore, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 21. 22 jet bomber.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pick it up, defense. That's 368.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Check. Check the hot read. Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Tight down. There you go.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton, he completes it to Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 57, come on! 11. Here we go! 58, Alpha! 57. Yo! 57, come on!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hands up.
The 18-yard line.
Like 5-4.
Let's make these babies cry all the way down.
Passing, it's Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Dalton now to pass. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed.
The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Dalton. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Hey, Delta. 54. You better bring it. You go.
Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, dude.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Good.
The final act of the first half. Dalton, he's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jarek McKinnon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football, so there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Let's go, D. Hey, let's go. Say.
Play action. It's Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Here we go.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Garoppolo, able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll run on first down. McKinnon. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. From the gun to give to Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another try for Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Here we go.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
I got it.
second down, McKinnon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. On third down, a run from Breida. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Breida. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Watch the flat! Watch the flat! 21.
On second down, McKinnon. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Top dog. 11.
On second down now, McKinnon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
11,
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darquez Denard. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Here's Jackson. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's Breida. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 34. So the victory here for San Francisco. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for San Francisco, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out 1 for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.